There are basically male and female genders, and male gender is known as masculine and female gender is known as feminine. Masculine stands for male nouns and feminine stands for female nouns. And likewise we have neuter gender. Neuter gender stands for non-living things like book, pen, house, road, vehicle, like these. And then we have a common gender. Common gender stands either for male or female, like child, baby, mankind, humans, and so on and so forth. And similarly, in addition to this, some nouns which are basically non-living or inanimate are used as living beings. Some nouns which are known for their strength and violence are used as male nouns, and nouns which are used for their gracefulness and beauty are used as feminine or female genders. Hello guys, welcome to Virtual Sales Services Academy by Z.A.Langah, and today I will be speaking on noun number, noun gender, noun in opposition and noun case. As in my previous video I had told that I will be speaking on these topics, so today I will try my best to explain noun number, noun gender, noun in opposition and noun case. These are important parts of noun. Without understanding of these important parts of noun, you won't be able to properly handle your English writing and speaking. So, what is noun gender? It is very obvious from the word gender that it stands for sex, male or female sex. In English, there are 5 genders of noun. Typically, there are 2, male or female or masculine or feminine, but for the sake of clarity and for the sake of usage of nouns, therefore, noun gender basically describes sex of noun, whether they belong to male sex or female sex, or whether they belong to common or neuter gender or inanimate objects. There are basically male and female genders, and male gender is known as masculine and female gender is known as feminine. Masculine stands for male nouns and feminine stands for female nouns. And likewise we have neuter gender. Neuter gender stands for non-living things like book, pen, house, road, vehicle, like these. And then we have a common gender. Common gender stands either for male or female, like child, baby, mankind, humans, and so on and so forth. And similarly, in addition to this, some nouns which are basically non-living or inanimate are used as living beings. Some nouns which are known for their strength and violence are used as male nouns, and nouns which are used for their gracefulness and beauty are used as feminine or female genders. Now I would give some explanation of masculine or male gender, like boy, man, horse. Boy, man, horse. These are masculine or male genders. Like we have female genders, girl, woman, tigress, and I have already described common gender, children, baby. I hope you are able to understand what is masculine gender, what is feminine gender, what is neuter gender, what is common gender, and what are personified nouns or genders, and how they are used. I hope that this would help you in your preparation for not only English language but also for preparation for competitive exam. Now, in addition to understanding noun gender, we also need to learn about how these genders are formed. There are basically 3 ways to form feminine from masculine words or nouns. One way is to use entirely a different word, like boy, girl, man, woman, sir, madam, Mr., Miss, king, queen, prince, princess. These pair of words stand for masculine and feminine. First word stands for masculine and second for feminine. This is one way of making feminines out of masculine noun. Then the other way to form feminine is adding syllables to noun. These syllables are ESSINETRIX, tricks. When these syllables are added at the end of noun to make feminine of a particular masculine word. Like viscount is a masculine and viscountess, ESS adding in the end, is feminine. Priest is a masculine word, masculine noun, and priestess is a feminine noun. Likewise, tiger is a masculine noun and tigress is a feminine noun. And there are hundreds of words which can be made feminine like this way. You have to just memorize the rule that you have to add a syllable at the end to make a feminine out of a masculine noun. Likewise, some other nouns are made feminine, but their last vowel is dropped, and similarly ESS is added to them. For example, founder, foundress. Foundress is a feminine noun. Founder is a masculine noun. Abbot is a masculine noun. Abbess is a feminine noun because we added ESS. But please remember that we dropped the last vowel and added ESS. Like duke, duchess, emperor, empress. There are so many words which can be made feminine by using a syllable at the end. And finally, the third rule to make feminine out of masculine is adding entirely a different word before or after the noun. Like father-in-law, mother-in-law. Similarly, milkman, milkwoman, landlord, landlady, washerman, washerwoman, salesman, saleswoman. These are just examples, and to let you know that some nouns, some masculine nouns can be made feminine by using entirely a different word. I believe that you must have come across thousands of such words, but thing to remember is to keep the rules in mind. Rule is that you have to make feminine out of masculine by adding entirely a different word before or after noun. That's all. That's the rule. Now you must also be thinking, what is noun number? Noun number only shows the number of persons, places or things. Please recall the definition of noun. Noun is naming word for place, person or thing. Similarly, there can be fixed number of person, places or things. A person can be one person or many persons, place can be one place or many places, and things can be one thing or many things. So in grammar, this has been fixed by noun number, by singular, which stands for one number, and plural, which stands for more than one. So I hope that you will also understand what is plural noun and what is singular noun and how these nouns are formed. Then again, like we learned about noun gender, there are certain rules for making noun numbers, how nouns are formed, what is the way, what is the law, what are the techniques. You have to memorize all these laws. If you don't memorize these laws, you won't be able to make noun numbers. So let's start and learn rules about noun numbers. First rule to make plural noun out of singular noun is that word s is added to the singular nouns to make plural nouns. Like boy, boys, pen, pens, table, tables, computer, computers, laptop, laptops, aeroplane, aeroplanes. So if you add s to the singular noun, it becomes plural noun. I hope it is clear. It is not that much difficult. You have just to memorize the rules. Once you have memorized the rules, life becomes very easy for you, and then you will be able to make plurals yourself. Another way to make plurals is to add s, sh, ch or x to the singular nouns to make plural noun. Like tax, taxes, bush, bushes, box, boxes. Another addition to this rule is that nouns which end in o, please note that nouns which end in vowel o are made plural, adding es in their end. Like mango, mangoes, hero, heroes, negro, negroes. However, there are some exceptions, some singular nouns which end with consonant O are made plural simply by adding s in the end, like logo, logos, photo, photos, kilo, kilos. Another rule that is very important and you must know is that some nouns which end in y but are preceded by a consonant. Y is also consonant, but they are also preceded by consonant. Precede means the word which comes before y. Understand this. So, nouns which end in y and are preceded by a consonant turn y into ies to make plurals. Just like baby, babies, lady, ladies, story, stories, pony, ponies, city, cities, and army, armies. And another way to form plurals out of singulars is that some nouns which end in the word f are made plural by turning f into ves at the end. F turning f into ves, like thief, thieves, calf, calves, knife, knives, leaf, leaves, and self, selves. However, there are some words which take either of the form, like turning f into es or simply by adding s. Some nouns are made plural by changing the internal or inside vowel of a singular noun, like man, man, tooth, teeth, mouse, mice, and foot, feet. Some singular nouns are made plural by ending en at the end of a singular noun, like ox, oxen, child, children. Child is singular and children is plural. This is one way of turning singulars into plurals. And some nouns are only used in plurals, like the instruments which have two parts, like scissors. Scissors is always a plural word. Billiards, and so on and so forth. Certain articles or garments like trousers, pants, shorts, and pajamas. Certain other nouns as annals, proceeds, thanks, these are all used in plurals. They don't have singular form. Some words actually look plurals, but they are actually singulars, like mathematics, news, names of some games like billiards. Some collective nouns which are singular in form but are always used as plurals, like kettle, poultry, poultry and kettle. They look singular, they are used as plurals. Whenever you use them, you have to use the plural verb with them in order to make the agreement of word with the noun. Then there are different rules for the words which are used from Latin and Greek, and you have to also read those nouns and also learn how the foreign words of Latin, Greek, and Italian are made plurals and what is their way. They have also different rules for formation of plurals from the singulars. Another form is some words have two forms in plural and one in the singular, like brother is singular, but in plural it has two forms, brothers and brethren. Brethren stands for member of same society. And contrary to this, some nouns have two meanings in singular and one meaning in plural, like practice. Practice has meaning of habit and exercise in singular, but in practices it has one meaning, that is habits. Some nouns have one meaning in singular and two in the plurals, like custom. Custom has the meaning of habit in a singular, but when we use in plurals customs, it means custom means habits, and custom has also meaning of taxes levied on import or export. Some nouns have different meanings in singulars and plural, like air. It stands for atmosphere in singular, but in plural airs it stands for affected manners. Similarly, letters, figures, and other symbols are also made plural, like famous idiom, dot your I's and cross your T's. Letters or numbers are made plural by adding apostrophe s. One exception is that abstract nouns don't have any plural. When abstract nouns are used as plurals, they become countable. So guys, this was a brief background about formation of nouns, formation of plurals from the singulars, and in this talk I tried to explain the rules. It is generally not easy to explain the rules, and obviously these rules are not made by me, but they have been compiled by different expert grammarians who have given these rules in different books. I hope that this talk would benefit you in the long run, provided you also give time to your grammar books. Listen this talk, give time to your books, and then you will be able to grasp each and everything. Now, after having learnt about noun number, we will now learn about noun case. What is noun case? So, noun case is position of noun in a sentence basically. So, noun can be used as subject and object as well as possessive case. So, depending on the position of noun, we can say whether it is a subjective or objective, or to be very much technical, whether noun is in a nominative case or in a objective or accusative case, or whether a noun is in possessive form or not. So we will learn the case of noun. So guys, noun is used as subject, and it is also used as object, and it is also used as possessive case. It entirely depends on the position of noun in a sentence. And different sentences have different structures which you have to understand, which you have to comprehend in order to get firm grip over understanding of noun cases. Noun can be subject, like I am writing a book. In this sentence, pronoun I is a subject. It is a nominative case. It is first person singular pronoun, and it is subject, hence it is called in a nominative case. I write a book, and book is in an objective case or accusative case. It is important to understand that the noun which works as subject in the sentence is a nominative case, and the noun which is objective is in the accusative or objective case. Objective noun is a recipient of certain action. When the noun is subject or verb, it is subjective or nominative case. When the noun is object of verb, it is in objective case. This has to be understood. Sometimes a verb has two objects, direct object and indirect object. Normal structure is that indirect objects immediately follows the verb, then the direct object. However, sometimes indirect objective is placed at the end and the direct object is placed near the verb. Means the direct object immediately follows the verb. But when you put indirect object and, you have to put preposition. Like I will give you the example. I gave Seema a pen. Now in this sentence there are two objects, Seema and pen. But pen is a direct object and Seema is an indirect object, because pen is the thing which is given to Seema. So indirect object is placed immediately after the verb, and the direct object is placed immediately after the indirect object. But we can change the structure of sentence, and now there is a different structure. I gave pen to Seema. I gave pen to Seema. Now we have put indirect objective immediately after the direct objective, but we have put the preposition to show the relationship between the two objectives. I hope you understand the difference between direct and indirect objective. Sometimes there are sentences in which there are two nouns which are objective. So I hope that you are able to comprehend this trajectory of noun case. Then there we have a possessive or generative case. Sometimes we show possession of certain objects, certain things, some authorship, and for that we have to change the position of noun and put the noun in a possessive case. Possessive nouns are found by adding apostrophe and s, but there are certain nouns which have hissing sounds, which have alliterative or hissing sounds. They are formed possessive simply by adding apostrophe at the end. This is very simple method, and please note that possessive form is used only to show possession or ownership, and it is normally used for the living things. Sometimes it is used for personified objectives, but normally it is used for living beings. So we say leg of table, not table's leg, because table is not a living thing. I say Salma's book, I say Pushpa's book. I say Rima's book, I say Salman's book, I say Dhoni's book, but we cannot say table's leg, because possessive case is normally used for living things, and possessive case has so many dynamics which need to be understood. It is not necessary that you use possessive case in writing, because if you are not clear, you can use preposition of, like work of Shakespeare, work of Milton, work of Spencer, work of John Dryden. You can say Dryden's work, but when in such a situation, when you get tricky sentence, you need to show the possession simply by preposition of. I hope it is clear again. Then finally, we have noun in apposition. Noun in apposition can be used in a subjective or nominative case. It can be used in objective or accusative case, and it can also be used in possessive case. Noun in apposition means placing near the subject or near the noun preceding it. It is very easy, and once you get mastery over it, you will be able to write or communicate in a good English. Art of understanding noun in apposition lies in understanding nominative or subjective case, objective or accusative case. So noun in apposition can be in objective case as well. I am going to my friend the cricketer. Here the cricketer is in opposition to friend, because it is placed near to another noun which is friend. Likewise, noun in opposition can be in a possessive case, like I am reading poetry of Shakespeare, the England's national poet. I am reading poetry of Kalidas, the Shakespeare of his age. Possessive case, England's is a noun in opposition to Shakespeare. It shows a kind of possession. I hope all the things are clear to you. Let me wind up. Today we learned about noun gender, noun number, noun case, and noun in opposition. I tried to explain each and everything and tried to give brief and small explanation and examples. I hope you would have got an idea of what these things are and how you can learn them. My simple and humble advice to you would be to also go to your books and explore each and everything there. These talks are just to let you know the importance and the techniques of learning certain ways of how gender is made, what is noun number and how these noun numbers are made, what is noun case, what is subjective or nominative case, what is accusative or objective case, and what is generative or possessive case, and how these are all formed. In the end, you also learnt about noun in opposition and their usage. Noun in opposition can be used either in a subjective case, in the objective case, as well as possessive or genitive case. I believe that this is going to help you in the long run. If you want to learn, please follow my channel and subscribe it. If you are already subscriber, please go to YouTube and share link with the students, candidates who are needy, who want to learn English grammar and composition, who want to get basic information about competitive exams in the region. Thank you very much. Take care. Hope to see you soon. Next topic of the grammar series would be on very important part of speech, that is adjective. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.